It is a year of change for Tampa. Lowry Park Zoo starting with a new name.
Yeah, now officially known as Zoo Tampa at Lowry Park. There are big plans on the horizon, and here to tell us more is CEO Joe Cucero along with Louis Single. With a special guest as well that's making us want to drink wine early. We want to drink wine, just say cheers and congratulations, by the way.
Well, thank you.
It's an exciting time.
It is an exciting time.
At Zoo Tampa.
A very exciting time, but let's start with the snake.
Yeah.
So
all right. Yeah, of course.
Joe, and the funny thing is, Joe actually did commiserate with me a little bit and said that's why he brought Lois.
That's exactly why I brought Louis, so he could handle the snake.
I am not shy around snakes, but it is very common for people to have a phobia of snakes.
Is this a Florida snake? I mean,
This is Jet specifically. That's her name.
Okay.
She's an eastern indigo snake, a threatened species here in Florida that we're working with to help protect and see their population increase.
Is that
naturally.
because so many of us are afraid of these guys? What's the
habitat
issue?
loss is the big issue with this species specifically.
Building and...
They live in the same kind of habitat that would make a great subdivision.
Yeah.
Rather than the swamp animals, they do well because we don't build in swamps, but animals that lived in plains and fields and things end up having problems. So this species is threatened for that reason, but we are working to help bring those numbers up. We have 5 little juveniles in our quarantine facility at Zoo Tampa.
See, we're all going to do it. You did it first.
Aren't we, Louis?
And they are scheduled to be released on the Florida-Georgia border in early summer.
Now, why there and not here locally?
Great question. Their habitat at one point was one large piece, but because of human activity, it's been fragmented.
Okay.
And some fragments
Spread the love a little bit.
Exactly. Have better populations than others. That part of their historic range, they have a pretty good population still there, so it's a way for us to introduce animals that will have a great chance of breeding on their own. If we started in the places where they weren't doing well, it's likely that they would never find a mate to reproduce.
Gotcha.
So you put them in the places where we set them up to succeed.
Well, and change is good sometimes, which brings us to you. So talk about this name change, and I love it because you said it's so much more than just a name change.
It's a lot more than just a name change or a logo change. We've been working at this for quite a while. I joined the zoo. I had the privilege of taking on the CEO role at the zoo about 2.5 years ago. And when I first joined, I noticed that we really had what I call good bones. But I felt that we needed a refreshed identity. I felt that we needed a sense of purpose. And we've been going through that process for about 2 years now in trying to figure out exactly, well, who we are and what it is that we want to be within the city of Tampa. So we've gone through this name change and the logo change. We're very excited about Zoo Tampa. We feel that it positions us more as a bigger part of Tampa's progress and future. But the thing we don't want to lose is that we've done an awful lot to just simply improve the zoo. I mean, everything from more landscaping to a lot of mulch, to cleaning, to painting, to the fact that we're presently under construction on a $3 million improvement to our manatee life support system so we can handle more manatees and more severe cases. Plus, we also are building Roaring Springs, which is a new family adventure water ride that will be opening up this spring at Zoo Tampa.
Well, I'm so glad you touched on the aspect of how Tampa's growing in the future, because I think Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn gave you huge compliments talking about the legacy of the city and the legacy of the zoo and how the two are intertwined. And so showing that role, was that part of the reason to capture Tampa and make some changes to kind of embark on this new chapter?
Well, I mean, Tampa's going through tremendous change. I mean, this city is fantastic if you really think about the evolution that it's going. And we're part of that evolution. A lot of attention's been paid to downtown, but, come a little bit further out there, visit the zoo. We've done an awful lot to try to make sure that we're a place where we connect people with wildlife and each other. And we're very proud of not only what we've done, but where we're going.
When you talk about destinations and you think of some of the other zoos across the country, and that's a place why people want to go to some of the other cities across the country, I think our zoo, it's changed a lot from when I was a little girl. I mean, this is a destination zoo now for all over the country.
Because we're in Tampa, because we're in Central Florida, we have to be more than just a zoo. I mean, it's important. We have so much competition. It's not just other attractions or other institutions. It's the beach. It's all the outdoor activities. So you have to give people a reason to come to the zoo. And one thing I feel very strongly about is that people don't get up in the morning and say, gosh, let's go to the zoo to be educated. We want to educate you, but we want to entertain you first. We entertain you, we engage you, we educate you, then we inspire you.
I don't know about how much entertaining. I think it is still looking at me. But the fact that I am here, Andrea from the PR, she's still in trouble for bringing another snake. But I'm with Joe on that one. We both don't like them. We survived this segment, but most importantly, go out, visit the zoo.
Is this guy going to get released soon, or?
No, this is an animal that will stay with us at Lowry Park. We can use that as an education animal.
If you see someone that looks like this guy right here, you can let him be here in Tampa.
And
absolutely.
Please don't release him here in the studio.
I know.
We don't need it released there.
Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Thank you.